Ticket officially punched. Welcome back into sports, everyone. Imperial softball on the road today, hoping to claim their spot in the CIF Division III final. Our own Chaz Messman is in San Diego tonight and tells us how the Tigers are still dancing.
The Imperial Tigers have already won a CIF championship, but they want more. And standing in their way from their first ever trip to the state championship game were the Steel Canyon Cougars. Imperial came in as the number 3 seed in the Division III tournament, Steel Canyon entering in the 2 spot. The Cougars took a 1-run lead in the first, but in the second, Mariana Pescaria would crack a base hit into center. Clarissa Davila comes around third and scores to tie things at 1. Bottom of the third, Mariana Gonzalez hits a high fly ball out towards center field. Way back it goes, and it is gone. Gonzalez with a 2-run shot gives Steel Canyon a 3-1 lead. And the Cougars would lead 4-2 into the 5th. Reagan Ray grounds one up the middle. It gets through everybody. The Tigers send home Haley Lepe. The tag is missed at the plate. Lepe scores, and after all the craziness, it's 4-3. Next inning, Jaden Rutledge grounds one over to short. It gets through into left. Addison Clark races around third and scores to tie the game at 4. Top of the 8th, Clark lays down a bunt, and she beats out the throw at first for a leadoff single. The Tigers would load the bases for Davila, who drives one into the gap in left center. Clark scores. Andrea De La Trinidad and Lepe also score. A bases-clearing triple for Clarissa Davila breaks the deadlock, and it would prove to be the game winner as the Tigers come back multiple times to take it 8-4. After the game, here is Davila on that triple and what her team has shown.
I was actually praying up there, so I just saw the ball just coming in as a jackpot hit, and so I just swung and the ball was flying. A lot of San Diego teams talk bad about us. I think I'm just we're showing that a team can come from a small town and it doesn't matter where they're from. It just depends on the girls and who they are as a team.
So it all comes down to Saturday, where Imperial will try to capture their first state championship in school history. To do it, they're going to have to get past the top-seeded Otay Ranch Mustangs. I'll see you guys then, but for now, back to you in the studio.
Chaz, thank you. Moving on, the NCAA has agreed to drop a transfer rule for student athletes. The proposed agreement was announced by the Justice Department and several states on Thursday. The agreement would end a civil lawsuit against the National Collegiate Athletic Association over the transfer eligibility rule. Currently, student athletes who transferred more than once are required to sit on the sidelines for an entire season before they're allowed to play at their new school. Prosecutors had argued the rule forces athletes to stay in schools they want to leave or miss out on athletic opportunities if they decided to transfer. Under the agreement, the NCAA will also issue an additional year of eligibility to certain athletes who were previously deemed ineligible to play as a result of the rule. A judge still needs to sign off on the agreement. Kansas City Chiefs defensive lineman Isaiah Buggs has been charged with animal cruelty. He's accused of leaving 2 dogs without food and water for several days. Buggs turned himself into the Tuscaloosa police on Thursday morning and was released on a bond a short time later. One of the dogs had to be euthanized after being left at a home in Alabama. Buggs released a statement saying the dogs didn't belong to him and he was unaware they were left at the property. Police say he then moved out of that home a few days earlier.